an honor to us to be here. I would like to thank to them giving the chance to visit as a central secretariat. Let me introduce our delegation from Indonesia. First, Dr. Muhammad Sumaji, Arif Nasa, Dr. Dennis, and me myself, Samsul Abdul. And Taylor di situ, and also Ika. Dr. Bob Gerhard. Okay. And where we are being here, I want to know delivery or explain in more detail. Please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Dr. Toby Mutis, our president, regrets that he could not join our meeting today because of his condition. But he was so pleased to show his pleasure and happiness when signing the MOU, and he had a very great expectation that this cooperation with the University and ISO and the Taylor University would bring good things in the field of education about standardization. Dr. Daniel Geraldino, I would explain about what happened when we returned from ISIS in Bali. So we established the organization called, still remember? ISO, Institute for Standardization to Suffolk University. So this is a new organization within the campus. The objective of this establishment of this organization is to build awareness about standardization. This is a very unique organization, actually. The founding fathers of this organization is Prof. Abdul Samsudadu and I myself. We collaborated with students of undergraduate levels to activate this organization, which is to build up awareness on standardization. So this is very unique. Why? I should say that this is activated by students. It's not top-down management, but bottom-up management. What would we call it? Grassroots, right? The organization has 3 programs to run out. First is about this education about standardization, which is to be carried out at graduate level and undergraduate level. We, in undergraduate levels, we have some 27 departments. We have engineering, we have humaniora, we have economic, dentistry, medical sciences, right, and law. So about 27 departments or schools. Our challenge is how to put standardization education within the syllabus of those 27 departments or schools. Rather than we put a new department on standardization, we would like to put the education about standardization attached to their courses in the undergraduate level. So that's why we have to be in touch with BSN, the Standard National Agency. We have to communicate in terms of syllabus, in terms of curriculum and material development. Okay. And then we have the second one in education about standardization is the establishment of graduate level, which is written down in the MOU, signed already by Dr. Rob Steele, our rector, and Dr. Bambang Prastia, the head of the SM. And the second program of iso-istu, this is education, is about standardization. And the second one is standards professional training, which is given to public, which is given to industries, and also including the government. We have experts of standards who are also involved as the faculty members in the graduate program. So we have here education undergraduate, and then the second one is graduate, right? Okay, the third one, our program, is consultation. We act as the organization who can provide consultation on standardization, on standards, to industries as well as to the government. To these three programs, we are equipped with resources, human resources as the expert to carry out this program, members from BSN, from faculty members of graduate program. So far, after we have carried out a panel discussion, which was, you still remember, on the International, the World Standard Day, we commemorated the day, and then we carried out a panel discussion. We then gathered students and academia to get involved in iso-istu. We have registered some 410 members up to the present, within only some 2 or 3 months. What we are doing in the undergraduate level, so we encourage young people, young students, right, to go standardization. We have discussion. They say, okay, to us theory is important, but the most important thing is how to implement standards. So they are developing this standardization among the community as well as to the public. So we have motto,
cool and fun.
Cool and fun about this standardization. Okay, this is reminding me. I would like to pass this token to you, to iso-istu,
From the student.
Thank you. Cool and fun.
Cool and fun. Why cool and fun? Professor Radu can explain?
Okay, good.
Okay. Why it is to be cool and fun? When we join our conference, our IHS conference, what we have in mind, we are scared. If standardization in the process, which is not sexy. That's why standards should be sexy. We involve young people to provide, to put forward the innovation and ideas to develop standards within the standardization process. Okay. Now, we are focusing now to the education about standardization for graduate level. We communicated with Taylor Institute. We understand that Taylor Institute has no such program, but we thought, well, standardization. We talked to Taylor Institute. Standardization is very important. Whatever management that you have, you launch within your course major, standardization and quality are there. We have a long discussion with Dr. Bob Gebhardt. Then we come to the understanding, Bob, why don't we collaborate in terms of dual degree program? Okay, we learn each other that yes, implementing the the dual degree program is not easy, right? Why don't we start from the beginning for a simple thing? We have faculty exchange, right? In terms of quality, okay, we can exchange our faculty, but for standardization, we have the umbrella, which is ISO. We are referring for the in terms of faculty, for the experts of ISO and materials. This hopefully will lead to the development, to the establishment of our dual degree program in standardization between Trisakti and Taylor Institute. Both of us are private higher education institutions. I told Bob yesterday that to develop this, that we will have, suppose we will have umbrella from ISO, it is not easy. That, like us, our experience that we need to be supported by our NSB, as National Standard Bodies. I told Bob to get in touch with the NSB of Switzerland and USA. Why? Franklin College of Taylor Institute has to fit, right? Both in America and Switzerland. So if you have reached those NSBs in Switzerland and in the United States, I think ISO will be the umbrella of our cooperation in dual degree program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Just a second. If you,
Has been disconnected?
it's probably if you can check. Just, he was not.
Hello? Hello? Now try calling again.
Why this is doing like that? Okay.
Okay, can I proceed to...
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have told Mr. Crespo about our agenda supposed to have us to be in this meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, emailed yesterday.
Yes.
We have handed the MOU signed and the minutes here. And then now we are focusing on the material, on the ISO modules. We are talking about accessibility, right? I think what we need is about the how can we get access to have the modules. Well, we would be happy if we could have copy of the material of the ISO modules, and then the next is about the training of trainer taught. I think our faculty members from Trisakti will have will need the training from ISO. How best can we have the implementation of the POs, whether it's in ISO or in our PSN, right? But we need the support from ISO. And then the ISO modules development. We would like to have information, if anything, if you have changes, if you have development on the materials, on the ISO modules. And the second thing I would like to tell you that, is it possible that we are going to, we carry out a research project, right, within the implementation of ISO modules. Yeah, in terms of pedagogy, in terms of the teaching, right, we would like to understand whether the material, what is it? is effective or not effective. So we would like to investigate, to analyze, the what is it in terms of the in terms of the teaching process. And then we are going to socialize the modules to other universities within Indonesia. So this is the way to, what is it, that we think we are going to attract or to invite universities outside and outside the Sakti to join within our graduate program on standardization.
You have 30 MOU.
Yeah, so far
BSN.
BSN had 30 MOUs with universities, state universities in Indonesia. Yeah, but the one glad to proud to let you know that Trisakti is now in our way to implement the MOU. And then the sixth is about I'm telling you about our cooperation between Trisakti and Taylor Institute. The objective of this cooperation is, of course, as the endeavors to enhance education about standardization. And I told, so I repeat once again, that I told Dr. Bob Gebhardt, we would like to support the Institute to build linkage with NSBs in Swiss and in America. That's the point. Thank you. Yeah, I would like to invite Dr. Gebhardt to please.
Yeah, when Nuno first contacted me, I was actually very glad to hear from him, because we, being a very small college, one of the things that, and we've just started graduate studies in management this year, but we're looking to develop partnerships where we can have access to broader ranges of expertise than we can with our own small faculty. So it fit well within our own strategy. This is a field where we have our master's is in general management, international management. It's a Master of Science in International Management with general management topics. We don't have any expertise in this particular field at our institute or even in the college, and therefore and that was another interest. If we, by cooperation, could then get access to expertise which we build into our courses, that would be great. By the same token, we do have some fairly distinguished teachers of other management topics, which we would be glad to also share with Trisakti. So it's on that basis that we've agreed to go ahead and explore, each of us providing expertise and instructors to the other for our respective specialties.
Okay. So if you want, I can just maybe present what is the ISO perspective to these things to make also things very clear. First point, I probably we'll need to get into more detail, a little bit of more details about this master's program that we have contributed to with the University of Geneva, and to explain a little bit what is also, because of standards and standardization you can address from many different points of view and topics, and I'm sure that you will have your own. This master program has a particular focus, and we'll explain what it is in detail. Particularly, the approach taken here is focused on the issue of sustainability, sustainable development, and standardization is connected to that. Nevertheless, let's say the modules that we have prepared, except probably for one module, are actually rather general in a sense that could be used also in other contexts, not, I would say, strictly related to the specific focus of this master's program. We'll see one by one what they cover, but just in a nutshell, we have a general introductory module on voluntary consensus-based standard, which is a sort of an introduction. Of course, even in this module, we have a particular focus, and I will be more precise on that. Then we have a module which is on more strictly related on standardization and sustainability. We call it strategic planning and sustainable business, where the perspective is mostly on the let's say sustainability management from the point of view of an organization. Is how an organization, what the type of philosophy, principles, and tools can use to address and manage sustainability aspects. Then you have the other three modules. One is on management system standards. It is connected to sustainability, but is also, in general terms, as well as quality management, environmental management, energy management, and so on. So it's a presentation of a number of management systems that provide tools to organization actually to manage processes in different areas and so on. Then we have a module on risk management, impact and risk management, which is also related to the standards available in this area, but more in general to the topic. And finally, the last one is on conformity assessment. So that's the 5 modules that ISO provides. And probably, except with the second, which is strategic planning of sustainable business, which is the one most significantly connected to the issue of sustainability and sustainability management. The other are well placed in this context, but could be used in general way. So that's and we'll get in more detail about what is that, etc., etc. But just to clarify that there is a certain focus, but these modules can be used also in the framework of different courses of English and that way. Second, the availability, as mentioned several times, they're fully available to the ISO members. So BSN can use these modules as they wish, and they can share it with you and with other universities on the basis of their judgment. So from our point of view as ISO, what we have is that the materials, all the things that we have developed in this context, they are available to our members. And it is up to our members, in this case BSN, to decide how they... But basically, from our perspective, is we can provide some backup support, etc. We'll get to that in a moment. But basically, it's BSN, which is responsible for delivering these modules to you, other universities, and also to assist and maybe cooperate in the development of courses and other activities. So that's the second part. The third element is
BSN is the Indonesian.
Is the national standards body of Indonesia.
Right,
Yes,
Excuse me, then, I find it saying that he can't hear us. So maybe if we can just
Just,
turn up the sound a little bit. Maybe
where's that?
yes.
What is
I don't
my...
know. Maybe we should...
Hello? But we can hear him as well. He's not connected to the phone. For that reason, there is not the icon. He's not connected.
Oh,
so
yeah, he's
either
no longer connected.
you should call him, or you should use the
I
computer.
will ask him to send me a phone number. Okay.
If he has a headset, he can use the headset of the computer.
Yeah.
If he can use because this is...
He has a headset though.
Sorry?
He has a headset.
It does not hear.
Yeah.
When he has an headset, you should see the icon on the screen. And just send him an email. I'd say, if you have a headset, use it. Otherwise, you can call him and
maybe easier
connect
by
to
calling
problem.
him. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No problem. No, this is important because, particularly in relation to the issue of the trained trainers, that was one of our options, Mr. Bakhtiar, because the idea is that I was discussing with Knut, and the fact that he's doing his PhD studies at the Technical University of Berlin, where Knut has the course on standardization, particularly in related to economics. But what we were considering is that he might also be involved in some of the things that we do here, and he's supposed to remain here in Europe for another year. So when he comes back to Indonesia with his background, we thought that he could be, I mean, a PhD qualification from Indonesia with a good exposure to these to the topics that we have treated could be a very practical way of having something. Then you have Ike as well, that she will be now next year finished with the masters.